If you are determined to pass your driving assessment, we highly recommend that you take the following steps. Majority of our students pass their driving assessment if they listen to our advice. We promise and guarantee honesty and expertise. So if we believe that they should take a driving assessment, we would certainly advise to do so without sort of delaying and, postponing the driving assessment unless it's completely necessary. Now, given that someone's done a lot of hours, both with their parents and other private supervisors and driving instructors, we would recommend that any candidate takes at least 2 mock tests days leading to the driving assessment. The amount of lesson doesn't sort of equate to how a person is ready to do their driving assessment. A lot of times, if a candidate tries to do a mock test with their parents or any other private supervisor, if that particular supervisor is not familiar with the procedures, it can be countereffective. That may be a determining factor whether you pass or fail your driving assessment. In every mock test that we conduct, we include exercise left summing behind, stopping for shopping, and 3 driving sections. We do cover all the 7 criteria points, which are looking, signalling, flow, movement, path, responsiveness, and vehicle management. Now, more familiar with the assessment procedures you are, the easier and smoother the mock test will go. This type of strategy works for most people, and we would do the mock test. For example, if they're doing a test on Wednesday, we would do the first mock test on Monday. So to cover basics and basically to give our feedback per completion of the first mock test, we would give them particular aspects of driving assessment they would need to work on, which we would test again the next day. So on Tuesday, we would go over all of these things that we recommended they should practice and obviously read and repeat and rewrite if they need to memorize them for the next day. So when they turn up for the test day, we would certainly recommend that they have a lesson, at least 1 hour lesson before the actual test. We do not have a service just to hop in the car and do the assessment because you would need to have a bit of a warm-up. We believe that the warm-up session before the actual driving assessment, it's very important because you would actually go through the scenarios and inspect the traffic. If there's any unusual roadworks or, something that you haven't come across, we would certainly be able to address it. The longer the lesson on the day of your driving assessment, the better. If you'd like to take a break, between the lesson and the test, you can stretch your legs for 15 minutes or so and then, get in the car and do your driving assessment with the assessor. So majority of people that we take for their driving assessment, if they do these things, if they do the Monday mock test with the thorough feedback that they take with them home, the Tuesday follow-up mock test, and then a long lesson, preferably not less than 1 hour, but we usually recommend 1.5 or 2 hours. Now, people who haven't gone through all of this, we certainly recommend a lot longer lesson. So, the duration of the lesson beforehand and preparation days leading to the driving assessment is of the utmost importance. If you are determined to pass your driving assessment, there's no substitute for a strategy that we are suggesting here. So either do mock tests 2 days before your driving assessment, or if you haven't practiced in a long while, then do a long lesson, even up to 3.5 hour lesson. If you need to take breaks between, if you want to stretch your legs, have a soft drink or a coffee, that's perfectly fine. But not to be prepared and go for your driving assessment, you'd be kidding yourself. So we've seen it so many times in the last almost 21 years of our experience, and we share the same opinion. We are a small business with a few best instructors in Perth, and we certainly agree on all of these aspects that I'm conveying to you today in this video. If you had a reasonable amount of preparation before the first and second mock test, you are much more likely to walk away with your driver's license on the day of your driving assessment if you take our advice and if you implement this strategy. We thank you for watching, and we will see you in the next video.